Hello and welcome to Lesson 8 of the Creative Online School's Mastering Adobe Lightroom course. In the last tutorial, I taught you how to use Lightroom's Spot Healer tool. In this lesson, I will teach you about the graduated filter. This tutorial is brought to you by Creative Online School. You've completed all of your exposure, color, and profile corrections, but there are still some noticeable inconsistencies in your image. For example, the foreground of this photo is quite shadowy compared to the background. The horizon is very bright, and I couldn't accurately adjust the white balance in my basic settings. When I did, the buildings in the foreground turned very blue. If I didn't own Lightroom, I would have to prevent this issue by shooting with a physical filter over my lens. But, thanks to Lightroom's graduated filter, I don't have to spend money on a lens filter, and I don't have to think about changing the filter each time I take a new photo of a different setting or subject. The graduated filter is a tool that helps you adjust the exposure settings of one side of your photo, and you can do it gradually so that it looks natural. It's very useful because cameras cannot detect light as well as the human eye can, so it's only natural for there to be some level of unevenness in a photo with two differently lit subjects. You can also use it creatively to add cool, natural-looking effects to part of your photo. To use it, click on its icon in the Develop module. It's located just below the histogram and above your basic adjustments. Otherwise, you can just touch your M key, as in Mary. Once you've done this, you'll be able to choose from a long list of filters that are split into two sections. The filters in the top section are more specific and relate to the sliders below the list. The second part of the list is made up of presets. Some of them, such as Iris Enhance, are default Lightroom filter presets, and others are presets that I saved after making custom graduated filters. When you select a filter from the list, Lightroom will move its correlating slider to a certain point. For example, if you select Shadows, Lightroom will assume you want to lighten your shadows. If something similar happens to you, just move the slider to where you need it to be. And you can always move your sliders around after you've dragged the graduated filter into place as long as you select its pin first. Once you've selected your filter, bring your mouse over to your image, click, and drag the filter over the area to which you want to apply your new settings. You can create more filters by repeating this process. If you keep the spaces wide between the filter's three lines, there will be a smoother graduation between the filtered and non-filtered parts of the image. And, of course, if the lines are smaller, the effect will be more intense. Selecting the Show Selected Mask Overlay box at the bottom of the workspace can help you get a clearer visual of where your filter settings are being applied, because Lightroom overlays the filter with a bright color, such as red. You can delete your filters by selecting their pins and then touching your Delete button. Also, the pins can sometimes get in the way. You can toggle the pin settings on the bottom left-hand corner of your workspace next to the Mask Overlay box. Congratulations! You should now feel comfortable using the graduated filter tool in Lightroom. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and we will get back to you as soon as possible. In the next tutorial, I will teach you how to use the radial filter. This course is brought to you by Creative Online School.